Good morning and welcome. It is 9 o'clock. It is the 12th day of May 2021. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming. I'm drinking tea because it's cold and my throat hurts. Tea. Support me. India? Because I need a sponsor and I will sell out. Actually, this is English tea, so support me, London. It is, I believe, Wednesday, though I cannot be sure because every day has looked exactly the same for the past 3 weeks, so I don't know what day it is. Anyways, it's time to take a look at all the products that should be on the shelf at your friendly local game store this week. That's Cess Games and Anime here in Ventura, and North Coast Role Playing if you're in Northern California. Now remember, these dates are tentative as always because shipping is a gamble between the COVID vaccines and just general weirdness. These may be on the shelf by Friday, they may not. So do not get mad at me if you walk into your friendly local game store, that's Cess Games and Anime here in Ventura, and they don't have the product I just told you about. Warm. That said, let's take a look at what the comptometer tells us might be coming up this week. From Legendary Games, we have Beasts of Legends, Sea Monsters for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. This is a $20 book featuring over 60 beasts that you might find in the ocean. So, just in case you want to throw more weird fish monsters at your players, check this out. From Troll Lord Games, we have Bones of the Companion for Castle and Crusades. This is an $11 adventure designed for 4 PCs, average of 8th level. For Castles and Crusades from Troll Lord Games. It's always nice to see Troll Lord Games, Troll Lords Games putting out product for Castle and Crusades. From Exalted Funeral, we have Two Worms, Too Furious for Dungeon Crawl Classic. This is a $25 hardcover adventure book, a deadly funnel for 15 to 20 zero-level characters that revolves around an ever-mutating and evolving moth grub. So if you don't know what a funnel is in Dungeon Crawl Classics, basically every character starts with 4 or 5 blank character sheets, zero-level characters. You throw them through the funnel, and whoever survives at the end ends up being a first, second-level character and stuff, and it's really fun. I mean, I know it doesn't sound very fun, but until you've done one, dungeon funnels, dungeon grinders are really kind of fun. From Trail of Dice Games, we have In the Hollow of a Spider Queen. This is a $16 softcover adventure rulebook of gritty fantasy in a complex world where magic is slowly slipping away. Designed for 1 player and 1 game master. So this is I don't know what this is. I guess this is an independent kind of small game in itself. Okay, from The Fantasy Trip. Yes, that is Steve Jackson's The Fantasy Trip. From a company called The Gaming Ballistic. For those of you who don't know, The Fantasy Trip was the game before GURPS. It was very popular, and then GURPS came out. So from Gaming Ballistic for The Fantasy Trips, we have Crown of Eternity, Curse of the Pirate King, Rock of Sages, get it, Rock of Ages, Rock of Sages, but it's spelled R-O-C, so it's the giant bird. Catacomb of the Living Death, and the Sunken Library. These are adventure modules with tokens. It's a series of 5s. So, why is this coming out now? You may ask yourself. That's because last year, Steve Jackson Games re-released The Fantasy Trip. So I guess we're getting some support for that game. From Catalyst Game Labs for Shadowrun, we have Mobile Grimoire spell cards for $15. Provides references to dozens of spells in the Shadowrun universe. Oh, and just in case you weren't aware of it, and I maybe haven't mentioned it, and maybe you haven't heard about this on any other gaming site, I should also inform you that Wizards of the Coast's new product, Von Richter's Guide to Ravenloft, is currently either out or coming out, depending upon where you are in the world. So just in case you're living under a rock and didn't know that this product is coming out. Yes. Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, which we have talked about extensively on this channel and several other channels, and I really don't want to talk about it anymore, unless, of course, something comes up and I have to. And that, surprisingly, is it. But we do know that we're not going to hear anything more, probably from Wizards of the Coast until their big 2-day thing in July. And we do know that Wizards of the Coast no longer visits the various conventions. So any product announcement we're going to hear from them is probably going to wait until the big 2-day video thing coming up in just a few short weeks. The other companies haven't really announced anything big, but if they are, this will be the time of year when we will start seeing hints of what big products they might be coming out with for the summer and early Christmas shopping. Because yes, just in case you didn't know, it is already time to start thinking about Halloween. The stores are starting to get their Halloween stuff, and there have already been several horror Halloween-related conventions going on across the United States. So even though it is May, it is already time to start thinking about Christmas and Halloween. Ooh, and Ravenloft. What says Halloween more than Ravenloft? A horror module coming out in May about a holiday in October. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm your grumpy guide to all things gaming. If you appreciate this content and want to see more, please subscribe. We are so close to 400. Comment down below if you have anything you want to talk about. Though YouTube has been pretty weird lately, and some of the contents people are posting, I'm not seeing on the site. Not that there's anything wrong with them. They don't violate the code of conduct. For some reason they're not posting. I see them in my emails, but I don't see them on the site, and they're not in the flag section of comments. So it's a mystery I'm still trying to figure out, but please comment down below, and if you don't see your comment, I will cut it and paste it and repost it from the email onto the site. I have not forgotten about you. Till next time, I'm your grumpy guide to all things gaming. I will see you next time. Enjoy a nice, happy, healthy cup of tea, and get off my lawn.